Last week, you saw the last of the 5 Legacy Reimagined shorts. Now, I'm gonna actually rank all 5 for which ones I think were meh, okay, to the ones where I thought they were really good. And just to be clear, these explanations that I might have for these are not going to be super long because, well, they're shorts. So, don't expect very long explanations for why I think it belongs in a certain placement. But anyways, I am Luke the Ninjago, and today I am ranking all 5 Legacy Reimagined shorts. You guys are going to kill me for this. Golden Hour. Yeah, the one that everyone likes is at the very bottom of my list here. Now, before you go to my house with pitchforks and torches threatening to murder me for my own opinion, hear me out. The reason why this short is at the lowest spot as well, it didn't live up to the hype. It really did not. This short was animated by CC Pixels and was created by a fan named Yude Kataria, aka Golden Ninja 3000 on both Twitter and YouTube. So if you want to follow him, search up Golden Ninja 3000 on both Twitter and YouTube and you will find him. And this was made also with the Lego World Builder by Tongo. And it looks cool, but here's the problem with this. It raised more questions than answers, because the only question that was really solved and was the actual intention of the short was to showcase how Wu changed from a old man to a baby. That's it. No other question was answered, or at least answered in a straightforward way. The whole reason, in my opinion, that this short was so hyped was because people thought, we're finally gonna get an answer to what happened to the Time Twins, because we've been waiting nearly 5 years for waiting for an answer. And guess what? We still don't have an answer, because it's left up to fucking interpretation crap yet again. And that to me just pisses me off. And, well, this is what you get when you try to tackle a scene that has to answer so many questions in such a short amount of time. The least this short could have done was answer the Time Twins question. That, and I think it would have fulfilled the hype, but it decided not to. And that's why Golden Hour, even though people really like it, is at the bottom spot on this list. A Day in the Life of a Golden Ninja. Yeah, everyone expected this short to be at the lower end of my list, but definitely not expecting it to be higher ranked than basically the most popular one. But I actually enjoyed this one more because it didn't really have that many expectations going into it like Golden Hour did. This short was actually animated by Wildbrain themselves, and it definitely has some nostalgic value of old preschool shows, like when we watched when we were like super young, like maybe 2-3 years old. This one that reminded me of the short reminded me of this particular show that I'm actually currently rewatching, called Maisie. Maisie was a British show in which it explored a mouse named Maisie, of course. And she basically explores with her friends, Charlie, Cyril, and Tallulah, about other things. Again, preschool level stuff. So, especially the narrator. The narrator, especially like, do your chores and stuff like that, definitely was like the hammer in the nail for reminding me of Maisie Mouse. And while it does have that old nostalgic value of old preschool cartoons, that's really it. It doesn't really have anything else other than that. So yeah, that's why it's in the number 4 position. Golden Legend. Golden Legend was the first Ninjago Legacy Reimagined short to be released on YouTube. This short was animated by Sun Creature Studios, and according to one of the writers, Chris Doc Wyatt, this short is confirmed to be not canon, and I can absolutely see why. This short is set in a dystopian Ninjago future. But how did it get this way? We don't know. And possibly we may never know. And that's a big problem with the short. It's just too ambiguous. It had the unfortunate benefactor of being the first short, and because a lot of people, including myself, really thought that all the shorts would be connected to this one, perhaps setting up the events to Golden Legend. There was a weird little twist where the dragon is the hero and the samurai is the bad guy, which I didn't really understand, and that's in part due to the ambiguity of this short. Because this short is so ambiguous, a lot of the details just get missed. And because, unfortunately, it was the first one, it had the expectation of all the shorts connecting into each other. But now, because that's not the case, this short is somewhat disappointing now when I look back on it. But it is still a good one to watch if you are really into dystopic futures. Gold Rush. Gold Rush was the second animated short in the Ninjago Legacy lineup. This short was actually animated by Taiko Studios, and this one follows Kai and Nia driving in Ninjago City to see Cyrus Board to fend off the Shadow Banshees. Interesting idea. And they have to use an object of sorts. I can't remember what the object was called. Please tell me in the comments what the object is, to fend off the Shadow Banshees, which are kind of similar to the Oni for some reason, but I don't know. This short is actually pretty good, and it actually reminds me of the Monkey Kid animation, which a lot of Ninjago fans kind of crapped on Monkey Kid because of this, which is kind of silly now when I think about it. The only real issue I have with this short is Kai and Nia constantly quarreling over each other. But then again, what do you expect out of a brother and a sister? Hell, I have an older sister, and back then, we used to fight each other all the time. We used to argue and bitch at each other all the time. So I completely understand the dynamic between Kai and Nia. The problem is that this dynamic of them arguing was never really a prominent feature in the entire series, as they really barely argue or even interact with each other that much. So in a sense, I wouldn't say it kind of goes against it, but rather it gives a weird new side of it that can be a little off-putting at times. But overall, it's a very good short. Sweating to the Goldies. Yeah, this is a weird entry to be my favorite, but come on. Even though I'm not a huge fan of musicals, this one was definitely a hit for me. Even if it also had my least favorite all-time Ninjago character, Clutch fucking Powers, Professor Powers. But you know, just Zane and Jade definitely have a great dynamic, and I really wish we'd see more of this duo. And you know, and it might call me biased because this one had Zane in it, but I just liked it. Look, Reflectra is an interesting choice of villains, and maybe this short could potentially be canon, but there is also Golden Hour, and also I really did love the singing, especially with Zane. Brett Miller did such an amazing job singing, and especially Buff Zane. Muscle bound. We gotta have a season with Zane's muscles. But yeah, that is my number 1 pick of my favorite Legacy Reimagined short. What is your ranking on the Legacy Reimagined shorts? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!